Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video from our channel, Who Died Today America. In this video, we'll be highlighting American celebrities who have passed away in the last few days, along with other notable figures from around the world. Before we proceed, we kindly ask you to show your love and support by giving this video a like. It means a lot to us. Thank you. Now let's begin. The world of journalism and broadcasting has been dealt a heavy blow with the loss of Tim Lewis, beloved husband of CNN anchor Alisyn Camerota. Known for his strength, humility, and unwavering love for his family, Tim's passing leaves a profound void, not just in his family's life, but in the hearts of those who knew him. Born on July 17, 1966, Tim grew up in Kansas City, Missouri, before embarking on a remarkable academic journey. He earned degrees from Yale University and Northwestern's Kellogg School of Management, setting the foundation for a successful career in private equity and business consulting. His dedication and expertise led him to key roles at the Keystone Group, CRG Partners, Atlantic Street Capital, and finally, Southfield Capital, where he worked as a partner for nearly a decade. Despite his professional accomplishments, it was Tim's role as a husband and father that defined him most. Alisyn Camerota, reflecting on her two-decade marriage to Tim, spoke of a man who faced life's greatest challenges with humor, humility, and grace. Diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer 2 years ago, Tim approached his illness with the same quiet strength he brought to everything in life. In her heartfelt tribute, Camerota shared that Tim remained a pillar of love and stability for their 3 children, twin daughters Ale and Sessa, and son Nate, instilling them with values that will continue to guide them. Though his life was tragically cut short at 58, Tim's legacy will endure, not just through his family, but also through the Tim Lewis Foundation to Fight Cancer, established to help other families facing similar battles. In a moving message to her friends and followers, Camerota expressed gratitude for the outpouring of love and support she's received during this difficult time, noting that she will be back at work soon. As she, their children, and the wider community mourn, it's clear that Tim's life was marked by deep connections, unwavering dedication, and an extraordinary ability to lift those around him. His memory will live on through his family and the countless lives he touched. Rest in peace, Tim. Your strength, kindness, and love will not be forgotten. The world of character acting has lost a beloved figure with the passing of Charles Dierkop, whose memorable roles in iconic films and television shows left an indelible mark on Hollywood. Known for playing tough guys and villains, Dierkop's distinctive face and powerful performances made him a familiar presence in film and television for over 5 decades. He was 87. Born on September 11, 1936, in La Crosse, Wisconsin, Dierkop's early life was shaped by adversity. Raised by his aunt and uncle after his father left and his mother moved away, he endured a rough childhood that included frequent fights, which gave him the broken nose that would later suit him for roles as heavies. After dropping out of high school, he enlisted in the U.S. Marine Corps and served during the Korean War before pursuing acting. Dierkop's acting career took off in the 1960s, and his rugged looks made him a go-to actor for roles as outlaws and enforcers. He gained widespread recognition for his performance as Flatnose Curry, one of the members of the Hole in the Wall gang, in Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, 1969. He reunited with Paul Newman and director George Roy Hill for another classic, The Sting, 1973, where he played Floyd, the bodyguard to Robert Shaw's crime boss. On television, Dierkop shined as Detective Pete Royster in Policewoman, alongside Angie Dickinson, appearing in the popular NBC series from 1974 to 1978. His career was filled with guest appearances on shows like Star Trek, The Andy Griffith Show, and Gunsmoke, further cementing his place as a talented and versatile character actor. Though he often played tough guys on screen, Dierkop was remembered by friends and family as a kind and dedicated father. His legacy of powerful performances will continue to resonate with fans and fellow actors alike. The The spotlight of Hollywood shines a little dimmer today with the passing of Kathryn Crosby, the actress who captivated audiences in classics such as The Seventh Voyage of Sinbad, Anatomy of a Murder, and The Big Circus. She was 90. Known for her grace on screen and her life alongside one of Hollywood's most iconic figures, Bing Crosby, Kathryn became a symbol of the golden age of film. Born Olive Kathryn Grandstaff in Houston, Texas, she made her way to Hollywood in the early 1950s. After appearing in several uncredited roles, she quickly caught the eye of filmmakers and gained prominence under her stage name, Kathryn Grant. Her performances in film noir classics such as The Phoenix City Story and The Brothers Rico cemented her as a rising star, but it was her portrayal of the damsel in distress, Princess Parisa, in the Ray Harryhausen fantasy The Seventh Voyage of Sinbad, that made her a household name. Not long after, she became Bing Crosby's second wife, and their marriage became the stuff of Hollywood lore. Together, Kathryn and Bing raised 3 children, Harry, Mary, and Nathaniel, while maintaining a picture-perfect image of the all-American family. Kathryn stepped back from the spotlight to focus on family life, appearing in Christmas specials, commercials, and select television roles alongside her husband. After Bing's passing, she continued to perform on stage, notably in productions of Same Time Next Year and State Fair. Kathryn Crosby's life was marked by her devotion to her family, her enduring love for her late husband, and her undeniable talent on stage and screen. She leaves behind a legacy not only in film, but in the hearts of those who knew her personally. Rest in peace, Kathryn. Your grace and talent will be remembered for generations to come. The world of sports lost one of its brightest stars with the passing of Eugene Mercury Morris, a legendary running back for the Miami Dolphins, at the age of 77. Known for his speed and explosive talent on the field, Morris played a pivotal role in the Dolphins' historic undefeated season in 1972, a feat unmatched in NFL history. His death marks the end of an era for Dolphins fans and football enthusiasts alike. Morris's journey to NFL stardom began at West Texas A&M, where his remarkable speed and agility caught the attention of scouts. Drafted by the Dolphins in the 3rd round of the 1969 NFL Draft, Morris quickly became a key player for the team. He solidified his place in football history as part of the famed perfect backfield, alongside Larry Csonka and Jim Keek. Together, they formed an unstoppable force, with Morris rushing for 1,000 yards during the Dolphins' perfect season and leading the NFL with 12 rushing touchdowns. Morris was selected to 3 Pro Bowls and helped secure back-to-back Super Bowl victories for Miami, further cementing his legacy. He was a cornerstone of the Dolphins' dominance in the early 1970s, and his electrifying playmaking abilities were admired by fans and feared by opponents. Beyond the football field, Morris faced personal challenges, including legal troubles that saw him serve time in prison. However, he used those experiences to become a motivational speaker, sharing his story of redemption and resilience. His influence extended beyond football as he became a pillar of his community, always striving to make a positive impact on the lives of others. Morris's son, Troy Jeffrey, announced his father's passing, remembering him as a devoted father, loving brother, and cherished friend. Mercury was more than just a football player. He was a beacon of inspiration, both on and off the field, his family shared in a heartfelt statement. His presence touched countless lives, and his legacy will forever remain a part of football's rich history. Morris is survived by his 5 children, Gino, Maceo, Tiffany, Troy, and Elliot, as well as 3 siblings. His remarkable contributions to the game and his impact on those around him will be remembered for generations to come. Rest in peace, Mercury Morris. Your legacy on and off the field will never be forgotten. The spotlight of entertainment has dimmed with the passing of Robin Bernard, beloved for her role as Terry Brock on General Hospital. She was 64. Born on May 26, 1959 in Gladewater, Texas, Bernard had a passion for performance from an early age. She first made a name for herself alongside her younger sister, Crystal, singing gospel music. Crystal would later go on to star in the sitcom Wings, while Robin's career would take a different path. Robin Bernard's breakout came in 1981 when she was cast in Jean-Jacques Benex's stylish French hit Diva, a role credited under the name Bernard Robin. This role set the stage for her later career, but it was her 6-year run on General Hospital that made her a household name. Starting in 1984, Bernard portrayed Terry Brock, a character whose fiery spirit and emotional depth captivated audiences. Her portrayal of Terry's struggles, including a battle with alcoholism that threatened her music career, left a lasting impact on the soap opera's devoted fan base. She left the show in 1990 when her character's storyline concluded with Terry leaving Port Charles to pursue a recording contract. Though her time in the American spotlight waned after General Hospital, Bernard continued to work, including a return to French cinema with a small role in Betty Blue, which earned international acclaim. She also appeared in the French miniseries Maigret in 1992 and Kings for a Day in 1997. Robin Bernard's career was one marked by memorable roles, and her presence will be sorely missed. She is survived by her sisters Crystal and Scarlett and her father, Jerry Wayne Bernard. Rest in peace, Robin. Your talent and spirit will live on in the memories of your work. The spotlight of American music has dimmed with the passing of Florence Warner, a talented singer whose voice became a familiar sound in homes across the country. At 77, Warner leaves behind a legacy that resonated far beyond her recordings, reaching countless listeners through her work in television commercials and collaborations with notable artists. Born on March 22, 1947, in Atlanta, Georgia, Warner's gift for music was evident from a young age. Her career began to take off in the 1970s, with her distinctive voice gracing several albums and singles. One of her standout moments came when she duetted with Demis Roussos on his cover of Air Supply's Lost in Love in 1980, a track that captured the essence of her smooth, emotive style. While her own recordings were cherished by fans, it was Warner's contributions to television commercials that made her a household name. She lent her voice to campaigns like Gary Communications' Hello News and ABC's We're With You on ABC. Her ability to bring warmth and familiarity to these jingles showcased her unique versatility as an artist. In addition to her solo work, Warner was a prolific backing vocalist, collaborating with some of the biggest names in music, from Dan Fogelberg and Jimmy Buffett to Steely Dan and Donovan. Her backing vocals were a key element in shaping the sound of many iconic records from the 1970s and 1980s. Her discography reflects a range of musical styles, from pop and rock to country and folk, showing her adaptability and deep passion for the art of song. Though she passed away in San Francisco, Warner's influence will continue to echo through the music she helped create and the countless commercials that featured her voice. Florence Warner's voice may have fallen silent, but her legacy will continue to play on in the hearts of those she touched. Rest in peace, Florence. Your music will live on for generations to come. The spotlight of entertainment has dimmed with the passing of Steve Lawrence, a crooner who, alongside his wife Eydie Gormé, became a cornerstone of American music and television. Lawrence was 88 years old, and his career spanned more than 6 decades, marking him as one of the most beloved performers of his generation. Born Sidney Leibowitz on July 8, 1935, in Brooklyn, Lawrence rose to prominence in the 1950s as one half of the iconic duo Steve and Eydie. Together, they became household names, with their performances on variety shows and tours across the country solidifying their place in the hearts of many. Their signature charm and unmatched chemistry on stage made them a fan favorite, especially during their run on shows like The Tonight Show and their own summer replacement series, The Steve Lawrence and Eydie Gormé Show. Though his career was closely tied to his wife, Lawrence enjoyed considerable solo success. His 1962 hit Go Away Little Girl reached the top of the Billboard charts, and he became known for his powerful performances of songs like I've Gotta Be Me. Throughout his career, Lawrence collected numerous accolades, including a Grammy, an Emmy, and a Tony nomination for his portrayal of Sammy Glick in What Makes Sammy Run. His versatility extended beyond music, as he took on roles in film and television, including appearances in The Blues Brothers, The Nanny, and 2.5 Men. Despite his many accomplishments, Lawrence remained humble, often deflecting praise to his wife, whom he once called the most extraordinary singer. Lawrence's son, David, remembered his father as a charming and funny man who shared his musical talents with the world. His passing leaves a legacy of timeless music, television appearances, and warm memories for generations to come. Steve Lawrence is survived by his son, David, daughter-in-law, Faye, granddaughter, Mabel, and brother, Bernie. His legacy, built on music, love, and laughter, will continue to inspire and entertain. Rest in peace, Steve. Your voice and spirit will never be forgotten. The spotlight of the music world dimmed a little brighter with the sudden passing of Tito Jackson, a founding member of the Jackson 5 and a beloved figure in American music. Tito, who was 70, leaves behind a legacy that spans decades, filled with chart-topping hits, dynamic performances, and a deep connection with fans across the globe. Born into one of the most famous musical families in history, Tito was an integral part of the Jackson 5, which included his brothers Michael, Jackie, Jermaine, and Marlon. Together, they became a global sensation in the 1970s, delivering timeless hits like I Want You Back, ABC, and I'll Be There. Their music, energy, and harmonies captivated audiences worldwide, earning the group a place in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. In later years, Tito pursued his passion for blues, embarking on a solo career and releasing albums such as Tito Time in 2016 and Under Your Spell in 2021. He also toured with the B.B. King Blues Band, bringing his love for blues and funk to new generations of listeners. His heartfelt connection to the blues, a genre that had always resonated deeply with him, allowed Tito to express his musical individuality. Tito's last single, Love One Another, released in 2021, carried a message of unity and peace, a reflection of the Jackson family's enduring commitment to spreading love through music. The song featured appearances from family members and celebrities alike, demonstrating the wide-reaching influence of his work. Leading up to his passing, Tito had been performing with his brothers Jackie and Marlon as part of the Jacksons, continuing the legacy of the family's music. Their performances remained as energetic and joyful as ever, a testament to Tito's passion for the stage. Tito Jackson's legacy goes far beyond the music he created with his brothers. He was a father to 3 sons, Taj, TJ, and Tarl, who followed in their father's footsteps by forming the band 3T. He was also a beloved brother, uncle, and friend, and his presence will be sorely missed by those who knew him and loved him. Rest in peace, Tito. Your music, your spirit, and your legacy will continue to inspire for generations to come. The world of television lost one of its most creative forces with the passing of Eric Gilliland, a beloved writer and producer behind some of the most iconic sitcoms of recent decades. Best known for his work on Roseanne, The Wonder Years, and That 70s Show, Gilliland was a storyteller whose wit, humor, and heart left an indelible mark on the TV landscape. He passed away in New York City at the age of 62 after a courageous battle with colon cancer. Gilliland's career began in the 1980s when he worked on Amen and Who's the Boss, Swing steadily rising through the ranks as a writer and story editor. However, it was his role as a writer and producer on Roseanne from 1992 to 1996 that catapulted him into television prominence. During his time on the show, he was recognized with a Writers Guild Award nomination for the standout episode The Dark Ages. His ability to inject humor into everyday family dynamics became a signature of his work, endearing him to both audiences and critics alike. Even after leaving Roseanne, Gilliland's ties to the show remained strong. He contributed to its spin-off, The Connors, and worked on projects with Roseanne alumni, including the NBC pilot Downwardly Mobile with John Goodman and Roseanne Barr. His versatility as a writer allowed him to seamlessly transition to That 70s Show, further showcasing his comedic brilliance. Beyond the traditional sitcom world, Gilliland dabbled in other formats, including the Netflix sketch comedy series The Who Was Show, which earned him a Daytime Emmy nomination in 2019. His final work came in the form of a charming holiday podcast, The Cinnamon Bear, A Holiday Adventure, in 2021. Gilliland's talent and kindness were fondly remembered by many in the entertainment industry. Actor Ryan Reynolds recounted their first meeting, describing Eric as kind, gentle, and funny as hell, with a warmth that made everyone feel like they'd known him forever. Roseanne star Michael Fishman echoed those sentiments, paying tribute to Gilliland as a great writer with an unforgettable sense of wit. As his sister Lisa noted, Eric would have wanted to remind everyone to prioritize their health and get a colonoscopy. His legacy as a brilliant writer and kind-hearted soul will undoubtedly live on through the many lives he touched and the laughter he inspired. Rest in peace, Eric. Your work brought joy to millions, and your memory will continue to do so for generations to come. The world of political commentary lost a brilliant voice with the passing of Alice Stewart. A veteran political advisor and Emmy Award-winning journalist, Stewart brought her sharp insights and deep understanding of the political landscape to countless viewers as a CNN political commentator. Her sudden passing at the age of 58 leaves a void in the world of news and political analysis that will be hard to fill. Stewart's journey into the world of media and politics began in her home state of Georgia, where she worked as a local reporter and producer. She soon rose through the ranks, moving to Little Rock, Arkansas, where she made a name for herself as a news anchor. Her career took a pivotal turn when she became the communications director for then Arkansas Governor Mike Huckabee. She was a trusted advisor on Huckabee's 2008 presidential campaign, setting the stage for her role in shaping the messages of numerous Republican presidential candidates. Stewart's skills were sought after by top political figures, including Michelle Bachmann, Rick Santorum, and Ted Cruz. Her ability to craft compelling narratives and communicate effectively was central to her success as a political strategist. Her talent for clear and effective messaging made her one of the most respected voices in political communications. In 2016, Stewart joined CNN as a political commentator, where her expertise and ability to navigate the complexities of American politics earned her a devoted following. She also co-hosted the popular podcast Hot Mics from Left to Right, where she engaged in thoughtful, bipartisan discussions with fellow commentator Maria Cardona. Their ability to bridge political divides with grace and mutual respect was a hallmark of her work. Beyond her political savvy, Stewart was known for her kindness and the warmth she extended to colleagues across all political spectrums. As CNN's CEO Mark Thompson remarked, "Our hearts are heavy as we mourn such an extraordinary loss." Alice Stewart's legacy will be remembered not only for her remarkable career, but also for the grace and kindness she brought to every conversation. Rest in peace, Alice. Your wisdom, strength, and voice will be sorely missed by many. The entertainment world has lost another of its enduring stars with the passing of James Darren, the actor and singer who captured hearts across generations. Best known for his dreamy role as Moondoggie in the beloved Gidget films, Darren was more than a teen idol. He was a multi-talented performer who left an indelible mark on television, film, and music. He passed away at 88, leaving behind a legacy of charm, talent, and timeless performances. Born James William Ercolani on June 8, 1936, in South Philadelphia, Darren's rise to fame began in the late 1950s, after he was discovered by Columbia Pictures talent scout Joyce Selznick. His breakthrough role came in 1959 when he was cast as Jerry Moondoggy Matthews in Gidget, a film that defined beach culture for a generation. Darren reprised the role in 2 sequels, securing his place as the heartthrob of countless fans. While Darren's surfer boy looks made him an icon on the big screen, his talents extended far beyond acting. As a singer, Darren scored a major hit with Goodbye Cruel World in 1961, which reached number 1, 3 on the Billboard Hot 100. Throughout his career, he embraced his musical roots, performing lounge-style crooning later in life, notably in his role as Vic Fontaine, the holographic lounge singer on Star Trek Deep Space Nine. His smooth, Sinatra-inspired voice brought joy to countless audiences, and his album This One's From the Heart earned critical praise. Darren also found success on television, starring in The Time Tunnel and T.J. Hooker, where he showed his versatility as an actor. His work behind the camera as a director for shows like Beverly Hills, 90210, and Melrose Place further showcased his range and enduring relevance in Hollywood. Fans may also remember him for his appearances in The Guns of Navarone and his final on-screen performance in the 2017 film Lucky, where he once again demonstrated his acting chops opposite Harry Dean Stanton. Darren's influence reached far beyond the roles he played. His effortless, cool, genuine talent and humble demeanor made him a beloved figure both on-screen and off. His impact was felt across multiple genres and platforms, from music and film to television, where he continued to work well into his later years. Darren is survived by his wife, Evie Norland, their children, Jim Murray, Christian, and Anthony, as well as several grandchildren and his goddaughter, A.J. Lambert. Though his passing marks the end of an era, his work will live on, continuing to inspire future generations. Rest in peace, James Darren. Your talent, charisma, and legacy will remain in the hearts of those who grew up watching your films and listening to your music. You will be missed, but never forgotten. The world of animation and voice acting has lost a true icon with the passing of Rachel Lillis, whose voice brought to life beloved characters that resonated with millions. Known for her memorable roles as Misty and Jessie in the Pokémon franchise, Lillis was more than just a voice actor. She was the heart and soul behind some of the most iconic characters in anime history. Her death at the age of 55 leaves a void in the world of anime that will not soon be filled. Born on July 8, 1969 in Niagara Falls, New York, Lillis had a passion for performance from a young age. Trained in opera, her career in voice acting allowed her to bring a wide range of emotions to her characters. Her breakout roles came in 1997 when she was cast as Misty, the strong-willed Pokémon trainer, and Jessie, the fiery member of Team Rocket, in the English-language adaptation of the Pokémon series. Over nearly 2 decades, Lillis voiced these characters in over 400 episodes, becoming synonymous with the franchise. Lillis's portrayal of Misty as both tough and compassionate, and her embodiment of Jessie's comedic villainy, made these characters enduring fan favorites. Her work extended beyond the small screen to films, including Pokémon the First Movie and Pokémon the Movie 2000, further cementing her legacy in the hearts of anime fans worldwide. But Lillis's talent wasn't confined to Pokémon. Her voice graced numerous other projects, including Hunter x Hunter, Your Lie in April, and Mobile Suit Gundam Unicorn. With each role, she brought depth, humor, and nuance, contributing to the international appeal of Japanese anime. In a touching tribute, her longtime colleague Veronica Taylor, who voiced Ash Ketchum, praised Lilys as an extraordinary talent, a bright light that shone through her voice whether speaking or singing. Lilys's ability to connect with audiences, whether as a friend, rival, or comic relief, showcased her range and enduring influence in the industry. Lilys passed away after a courageous battle with breast cancer. She leaves behind a legacy of work that not only entertained but inspired generations of fans and voice actors. Her voice, now silenced, will continue to echo in the memories of those who grew up watching and listening to the worlds she helped create. Rachel Lilys is survived by her family, friends, and legions of fans who will forever cherish the joy she brought to their lives. Rest in peace, Rachel. Your voice will never be forgotten, and your legacy will live on in the hearts of all who heard it. Breaking news of the day. News 1. Jamie Foxx recently opened up about his health crisis, revealing new details about the life-threatening experience that left him gone for 20 days. The Oscar-winning actor had been hospitalized in April 2023 while filming Back in Action for Netflix. In a video posted on TikTok, Foxx shared that the ordeal began with a bad headache on April 11th, leading him to ask a friend for Advil. Shortly after, he said, "I was gone for 20 days. Foxx explained that he doesn't remember much from that time, but his sister and daughter rushed him to a doctor who administered a cortisone shot. Another doctor warned him that something serious was happening, though Foxx chose not to share more details on camera. Known for being private, Foxx previously said he didn't want the public to see him vulnerable. "I want you to see me laughing, having a good time," he said in a video last July. Now, Foxx is grateful to be recovering, describing the journey as going to hell and back. In August 2023, Foxx shared, "You're looking at a man who is thankful, finally starting to feel like myself." News 2. Carol Burnett is celebrating her upcoming 91st birthday with a sense of gratitude, humor, and continued passion for her work. Speaking at the Los Angeles premiere of Palm Royale, the comedy icon joked about still having all my parts as she continues to work well into her 90s. "I have my hips and my knees, and I think my brain," she quipped, adding that she hopes the new Apple TV Plus series gets a second season to keep her busy. Burnett emphasized that as long as she's having fun, she wants to keep working. "I approach it as something new I've never done before," she told Extra TV. "I'm just happy to be working and that I've got all my parts." Reflecting on her 90th birthday last year, Burnett shared with people how grateful she is for her long and successful career, which spanned television, film, and theater. She expressed that her legacy is about making people laugh and bringing families together. "That's a good feeling," she said, recalling fan letters thanking her for lifting their spirits. With her 91st birthday approaching, Burnett remains full of joy and energy, grateful for her health and the opportunity to keep doing what she loves.